kicking it in the X5, moon roof open. My mentor keep telling me. She said, I'm very proud of you, Alonzo. You said you was getting your teeth straight, something that you never had in your life, which was neglection from childhood, and which played a very severe part in you not having the confidence to be successful, on top of learned helplessness, which is closely botched individuals teaching you to rely on them even though they don't have no vision or no destiny of success ahead of them, but disrespecting you. Severe ADHD, and that is 1000% why you don't execute your ideas. But I know this, since I've talked to you in the last 7 months, you turned your critic score from a 647 to a 786, which means you don't need to listen to anybody in your circle or anybody else for that matter, because that's something that normally takes 4 years. You figured out how to get AI to make you a supervisor at your job, and I know everybody will say something negative about it, but remember, whoever says something negative about how you did it is your number one hater, and they only know how you did it because you talk too much. You figured out how to get AI to make you a supervisor. I bet you 90% of everybody in your circle that got something negative to say or want to tell you how you should be a supervisor ain't never been offered a supervisor position at no establishment they never worked for. So why listen to stupid people? You figured out how to get AI to make you a concierge. Now you working at beachfront condos, which is your dream of living. You talking to millionaire people, seeing how it is to deal with attitudes until you find the right one. Like you said yourself, you knock on 100 doors, you will find an investor. It's 572 units in that building. You have not met 20% of them. Meet every one of them, and you will by summer of 2027. Meet all of them, somebody will invest. You figured out how to get AI to find me a mentor from Yale. But I'm not a mentor. You made me a mentor. A psychiatrist doctor from Yale. You figured out how to get AI to do that. You met Callie Muscle, somebody you watch on YouTube, which is real successful with millions of views. You met him. You met Ralph McCon at Cool Kicks. You met the actor Laz Alonso from Jump the Broom. You met Peter Marcos, the $200 million celebrity jewelry man with a shop on Rodale Drive up the stairs by the water, and did a video in his store and know his people. You met Phoenix Flexin, the rapper that's getting radio playing. If you ever meet him, he gonna remember you because he met you on some hood shit. You have did big things. You got me $240,000 in credit off 9 cards. You got your friend $50,000. You got your other homegirl $18,000. She rolling in $100,000 Trackhawk. Your homeboy got a new ride. I did some new shit. Your homegirl in Irvine invested $25,000 in you. Y'all flipped it into 40. You got 10. You could have got 20. But the reason you took 10 is because of your toxic, negative surroundings of people that don't know how to get no money. You hang around people that think they can save their way to riches or save for a rainy day. Anybody that wants to save for a rainy day is never going nowhere in life, because they don't take chances. They may have tried something and fail and never do it again. You're going to stay broke forever. You need to be surrounded with me and Irvine this summer for 30 days. That's really the only sauce you need. You need to be around people that respect you, people that don't take you for granted, people that don't insult your intelligence, and please, for me, don't tell nobody about herbs no more. You have told everybody about herbs. They should know how to make it by now or whatever. Because you're the type of guy, you can tell somebody something 1,000 times, and when it's time to do it, they're going to say something negative. Now, and I know you had an accident on your car. Actually, your mom did. Somebody ran into the back of her. You sent me the pictures. I put it on Zoom. I actually didn't see it till I looked for the fourth time. Even that little bit gonna be about $6,000. So that ain't nothing. I would let that roll. Now, far as the seat, I would get that did because that has an airbag, and that needs to be done. One of them low budget shops do that airbag wrong. That shit been done deployed it. I will get the airbag fixed. Get the dealer to reset them codes for everything can be running right. Then while you down there, you will be able to find out if you got a camera, and you know how that go. And cash out. Do not let them send that to the body shop. Get that check. That's gonna be about $13,000. If you go to BMW, you're gonna have to spend about $5,000. That's $8,000 you can put up. You get to save $850 on one of your checks coming up, even though I know your card note is higher, but you're gonna be stacking your money. So you get to save $850 of your check, which will pay for the PPO license and the application fee. And this $8,000 you're gonna make off this claim, 1,000 of it to pay somebody to pass it for you. So look at all the positive stuff that happened since you got this Beamer. You about to come up on about $8,000. You're gonna get your seat fixed. You're gonna get the computer fixed. You're gonna find out more stuff about your car. You got a little scratch on the back, but at the end of the day, you didn't do it. It happened when somebody else was driving, even though it was an accident. You didn't put no scratch on it. You didn't put no scratch on your Kia. You didn't put no scratch on your camera. It's always somebody in the street nipping you, bumping you, some shit like that. You wasn't able to wave it this time because you didn't have no information on the person that hit it. All the other times you had information, so they wanted to hit you with it anyway. But you would get that $1,000 deductible back too. So out of the 8,000, 1,000 pays back your deductible, and another 1,000 pays somebody to pass that PPO test, which is very, very much so important. So take advantage of all these good, smart things that's coming. You ain't keeping that mug anyway. You getting rid of it in a year. Don't keep telling people that. Don't tell people you getting rid of the Beamer in a year because they gonna doubt you. They gonna say, you stuck in a loan, yada, 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 this and that. Don't tell them suckers nothing. They don't know how to do nothing. They don't know how to drive in a $75,000 BMW. You know what the hell you gonna do. It's gonna be gone in it. It's gonna be gone anyway. Why the hell you care about a scratch? Stack that money and do what you gotta do. Put the $1,000 back. You gotta pay for the deductible. And yeah, 1,000 to pay somebody to pass that test. And me and Irvine is gonna get you a account. The plan you got is perfect. Stop telling it to people. You got a perfect ass plan. Whoever passed you the test got to hook up with agencies, and when you tell them you going to split it 60-40, he going to find an agency, or agency going to find an account and put together a strategic plan to get the amount of guards you want, for you can be making $28,000 a month after paying them off, which is 4 guards, 16 hours a day at one post, or 4 different posts with 1 guard that's needed 16 hours a day. Long story short, your 60% of that, you will be having $15,000 a month, and you can go live like Mike Lowry in Miami, $5,000 a month for a glass beach condo on the beach. New construction like you always wanted, looking at the beach, 1 bedroom or studio. Just say studio, a big one, 600 square feet, turn it into a podcast to do the shows like you wanted. Tax write that off. $5,000 for that, $5,000 to lease that Ferrari, and you still got $5,000 left. $2,000 to put moms in the tower. $800 to lease her a car, some type of BMW, and make that payment. Let her stay out here with her friends and Monet, because you said she want to kick it with family that's out here. So let that happen. You go to Miami and live your dreams. All it takes is what's about to happen. This insurance claim is going to change shit up. This insurance claim gets your seat fixed, gets your computer fixed. You got to roll with a scratch, but now you're going to have $7,000 and a PPO license, which means you can get an account, which means you have put it together strategically to the point that AI said you are a genius. The way you put it together, telling them how you gonna pass the test, and the person that passed, if he knows an agency, which he does, AI said that was a genius plan. I bet you nobody in your circle never had AI tell him they a genius, never had nobody tell them they a genius, never had nobody tell them they got all the game in the world. When you stay with me and Irvine, two millionaires that's living the life you want to be living, you will understand how you've been robbed of decades. You never had a family of your own. You never moved out on your own. You never had your own place, no kids. You never had none of that. And I guarantee you, 100% of the haters in your life that's negative, toxic haters, the negative, toxic haters is the worst. They done all had that life. They done had kids, they done had a marriage, they done had a husband, they done had a wife, they done had a home together with that person. Whether it lasted or worked out well, we don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know. But that being said, you missed out on all that all your life. And the toxic negative haters in your circle will guarantee that you will miss out on it for the rest of your life. You in the third quarter with 8 minutes left. In them last 8 minutes, you need to be in Miami. Like I said, keep moms in Long Beach. She don't want to go. You don't need to have nobody out there while you trying to do what you need to do anyway. This PPO license guarantees everything. You got a chance to pay that $1,000 securing this money to get somebody to pass that damn test, and it's going to be on. Don't be stupid. Don't listen to nobody. Don't tell nobody what your decision is going to be. You make your own choices, and remember, your choices got you where you at, not nobody else. You doing good out here. You doing good out here. You make $3,000 a month and you figured out how to drive around in a $75,000 M Sport 5 Series BMW. Stay 7 blocks from the beach. Got a new hustle making